The title of my next guest, January 1st, 2026 note is New Year, New Nihilism. So let's bring in Moneta, Senior Investment Advisor, Aoifinn Devitt. Provocative. When you say this, I mean, it's like, okay, it's a viewpoint, traditional values and beliefs are unfounded in that the existence is senseless and useless. So what are you saying?
Well, it's interesting. We at Moneta work with family offices, right? And a family office, regardless if they're $1 million or $1 billion, what do they really care about is their children and their children's future. And this is a sense that the younger generation has just said, what is the point? What is the point of me getting in a traditional career path? I'm never going to make the same as my parents. I may as well just gamble it all. And this article is suggesting that that's why Kalshi and the various, the stock market betting is the new way to make a lifestyle.
Even though for people who are involved with family offices, it feels like they're in a different position in life. They might, do they still feel it sounds like a rudderless. I understand a lot of young folks don't know what's going to happen. Predictive markets, I've had Vlad on the show a lot, Tinnef. We talked about this, maybe being in career for people, but even on the higher income levels, you see this?
At a higher income level, it doesn't matter. People still need a sense of purpose, a need of what to work for. I'd argue it's even worse at the higher income level because there they don't necessarily need to work. There's a sense that, maybe that there's essentially riding on existing wealth. So it is a real concern. I think it's a very depressing notion. Yeah. And that's why we put it out there to start the conversation.
All right, well, you started a good one. All right, let's talk about this year because you got me at hello and 8,000. Okay, how do we get there? Election year stimulus, it's interesting because I had someone saying that stimulus was going to come after the midterms. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Let me zero in though to rate cuts because this is where everyone's debating. Some are saying none, some are saying none to the second half. You say 3?
We are saying 3. We think there's let's look at the dynamics here of the Fed. We're going to have a sweetener rate cut at the very beginning when the new chairman comes in. I think that's almost a given. And then this is the back pocket type of rate cuts that are going to be there to stimulate later in the year. So that's definitely there. And then it is an election year. Typically midterms are not good for the economy. Well, they're good for the economy, not good for the stock market, but we'll see what happens there. But red hot is the term of
running hot, baby, running hot, huh?
Red hot, that's right.
Yeah, hey, listen, there's no secret, right? Let's talk about areas to make money. You like this clean energy. Energy is the big buzzword right now, but it's utilities, the small modular nuclear reactors. You're saying clean energy. Don't sleep on that. By the way, I do love the way this chart is looking. This is a 5-year chart.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a great pick for looking right back for 5 years. This is an area that has seen consistent headwinds, particularly around the political situation with some of the policy headwinds. Sure. There's going to be just an unmistakable demand for energy. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Oil prices are coming down, so we have to look elsewhere.
I think First Solar is going to be a big Grand Slam winner as well. I used to play Medtronics a lot. It's been a long time, but you say this also has an AI element to it now.
This is medical devices. The integration of AI into healthcare, I think, is the chapter that has not yet been written when it comes to AI. We all know about the big AI, big tech companies. This is happening behind the scenes and the effect will be phenomenal.
Robotics, small caps, you merged 2 of my favorite topics into one stock pick. Full disclosure, I do have some of my subscribers in Serve. Why do you like it?
Well, what we see is take some of the restaurants we see, the big franchises, some of the sports restaurants. In Europe, they have integrated robotic servers actually far more quickly, ironically, than over here. And they've seen dramatic uptick in terms of savings.
Well, they don't ask for tips in Europe, so it's a little bit easier, I think, maybe.
That's a good point. But this is one of the areas that Jensen Huang and NVIDIA is hugely behind. He said it's one of his top picks, an area that's not going away.
If Jensen's in it, you might as well get in it too. This is also, you're saying 2 things, right? It's a robotic AI kind of thing, but also it's a stock to watch. Now, we know CoreWeave IPO, it came out the gate hot, but it's crashed. A lot of people are saying it wasn't going to make it. But I got to tell you, 2026, this has been an absolute rocket ship. But when you say watch it, I mean, what does it mean? It could be a huge winner, but also a huge loser?
There are 2 areas. It's cloud computing. So there's a sense that this could be a loser because there could be a commoditization coming in here and really some of the vertical integration by some of the AI companies. But this will be the second generation NVIDIA chips that come in second half of the year. That will be another big push.
The Vera Rubin?
Exactly.
So this is sort of a play on that. I mean, looks like people are starting to think that this is oversold. And I love the action this year so far. Before I let you go, I'm asking everyone about, sort of the biggest risk and the biggest surprises. The biggest risk, you're still worried about private equity. We haven't heard a lot of people talk about that lately. I've talked about it a lot in this show last year. all of the folks on the street say, no big deal, don't worry about it?
I'd say private equity, private credit. We all know
Right.
that public credit markets are very calm right now. They seem to be very optimistic, unflappable. When it comes to private credit, that's a $3 trillion industry. It's getting larger. And that's where we've seen these cockroaches that Jamie Dimon has spoken about. Those cockroaches, we all know we cannot exterminate cockroaches. Here in New York City, you know that more than I. So I think
She came from London to distance over here. You got a few in London too.
No, rats in London, not cockroaches.
Okay, the biggest surprise.
I think the biggest surprise is going to be these unorthodox alliances. We've spoken about what's the next step for Tesla. Are they going to basically combine X and Tesla under one umbrella? Is that going to be where we see auto companies, essentially, and technology companies? Watch out for that. We're seeing it on the cable side. We're seeing it on media. Just having to rethink sectors and really seeing certain sectors get the upswing.
I love that. I really think that's huge.
Thank you, Phil.